Hello everybody and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program Rise of the DarkFog. Let's kick things off today by doing just a bit of inventory cleanup. There's a lot of junk that I have gathered throughout the last few episodes, and there's a few things in this ILS that I need to clean up. So let's go ahead and quickly do that before I get on with the next build. But that's titanium gone, and with that, I want to manufacture these things. This is a 3-item recipe. And I would really appreciate to have a proliferator delivered. I get coal anywhere else. Okay, for now we're just not gonna proliferate them. That should be fine. So for plasma capsules we need graphene, magnetic rings, and deuterium. Again, deuterium. Magnetic rings, and where is deuterium? There it is. Demand maybe 2000. Storage. Remote demand. Again, pretty low numbers. Storage. And what's this? This is local storage, remote demand, and I don't want to overproduce these. So I'll just request everything. Let me get a few more vessels. I am going to assume that the reason why I'm not being, I'm not receiving anything is because of the lack of vessels in this build. I really hope that that's the case. Otherwise that means that I do not have graphene on the other planet, which is not ideal. I want to check the ratios. Yes, deuterium in the center. I won't make a huge build. Maybe something like this. Graphene. Like, I'm pointing over here. That lane is obviously not gonna work. Why are you recommending that when there's a clear straight path? Come on, game. And this will have plenty of... Yeah, let's do this nicely. This will have plenty of time to build. I don't foresee any major encounters with... That one needs to be there. I don't foresee any major encounters with space DarkFog anytime soon, so I'm even dragging the cursor. I won't do more than this. I'll leave this as is. I need to set this to the deuterium, and well, graphene is dead. We'll need to see what we can do to bump that up again. And I will, okay, let's unmark this. As we are currently using that build, this is fully stacked, which is very nice to see. And this is finally proliferated. For which I will make a storage. I won't make a big storage, but I want to be able to have exactly 5 of these. Set a filter. That's the wrong filter. That's the right filter. And I'll activate this as a provider, but that's not the reason why I did that. The reason why I did that is I think it's time to finally change my fuel type as well. I could try to get the proliferator out and over here, but that is not something that I'm interested in doing right now. Right now, what I want to do is... Okay, we have 50 of these. How many? 100 of those, I'll take them. Just 17. That means that my copper deposit is, well, virtually dead. So I will put a splitter over here. And this will have input priority. This will eventually deliver copper. It's already inbound. I get left with lots of junk in inventory every time I do a cleanup job, but it is what it is. That's good. Let us head out and, well, first of all, I want to make sure that I have everything that I need on me. And I actually want to take 4 of these. And also fuel. You'll see why in just a few minutes. Serious one is gonna be the target for now. I want to check on the status of graphene production in Series 1. We need to make that be sustainable. And I think, well, I don't have to think, I can just check now. This over here, it is... Oh, that's plastic. It is this one. It is producing at full speed. There are warpers. It's just not fast enough. Plastic should be this one over here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is the one that I have placed wrong. No more demand, no more demand. I'll leave this as is. And I will wait for everything to drain up. Now, unfortunately, this is dead in the middle of a resource patch, which is very unfortunate. This is requiring a ton of graphene. So I might just have to finally build over a resource patch, unfortunately. There's gonna be a titanium deposit as well, which is even more annoying. Oh, okay. The problem is not that. The problem is that I am not depleting hydrogen fast enough. No, hydrogen is way better stored in these things. This is outputting hydrogen, yes. And I'll just make some random buffer over here. I hope this will hold me. Okay, I cannot make these. I don't have any of the resources, but this should hopefully at least unblock some of the production. Power sufficiency, I can barely charge a few things, but I can charge them. I have a few more thermal plants. With the fact that I am charging batteries, this should actually be helpful. Really? Because that means that these consumers should be working at full speed, full power. I am wondering if there's anything else that I need to do, but or that I can do. Let's check over here. This is instant, and theoretically, at least, we are producing more than we are consuming on the whole system. On a per minute, this is actually much better. We are stocking up on these. This, I believe, is fully stacked up. That's why it's not producing. I would really hope that that's the case. We are consuming less proliferator than we're producing, so I think we're good with that. I think we are good. Just getting all the researchers queued up, getting up to speed with everything, and well, it is time, I think. It is time to head to Sirius 2. And you probably might have been wondering why I haven't touched this planet all this time. And well, I was under a false assumption. Not touching this planet was intentional, but I was under a false assumption that these bases will actually grow up on their own. And like there is a bit of progression here, but it is quite deplorable. So what we're gonna do instead is we're actually gonna set up a farm here. I want to grow one of these bases to level 24. And well, let's go with this one. This one is actually has a very nice position. I want to come at it straight up like this. So let's see how that's gonna work. First of all, we're gonna put down an ILS. This ILS will be, as long as we're not building up any energy, the threat should be minimal. The threat increase should be minimal. So the one thing that I want to order here are missiles. And well, eventually I might need to set up a defense over here for but I do believe that when the space DarkFog attacks, it will attack the planet that consumes the most energy. So it might be that this planet will not actually be required to be defended. I will not... Initially I was thinking of getting Deuteron as well, but I don't think I'll need Deuteron, and you'll see why in just a second. I will, however, set up Deuteron and set it as storage. So this goes in here. That's a bit of fuel. I didn't want to get too much. And that was annoying. Well, I will need to feed some fuel rods. This should be more than enough. I took back a bit. That was intentional. And let's see. Now, I do not want to put down missiles first. I want to place down a pack of laser turrets. And there is a space on this line where a power pole can be placed. Actually, that's wrong. It is over here. So this power pole, oh, that power pole won't cover everything, so let's make this as a blueprint. You know what, let's keep it nice and symmetrical. Let's keep that as a blueprint. So that can be placed over there. And this should give us a minimum level of defense against these guys when they come knocking. Now, the idea with the idea right now is that I want to get maybe, I think, somewhere like this. Somewhere where I can aggro the units that are trolling, but I do not want to aggro the buildings. So let's try this. Nope, that is aggroing the buildings. That was too close. Let's try over here. I might want to place down the blueprint with a few of these. And definitely need to place a few battlefield analysis bases, or BABs in short. Maybe something like this. Okay, so we need to go over here. Can I turn everything off? Okay, from level 1, I don't actually want anything. On level 2, there might be a few things that... Well, theoretically I'm gonna be using everything, but I'm actually gonna turn everything off. Maybe I'll keep diamonds. I'll see. I do want to keep foundation, that's for sure. I'm not interested in the level 1, level 2 drops. I'm not even... This is not gonna provide enough throughput to actually be worth... This one I'll actually keep. Even though it might be extremely small, I will actually keep. And from here things actually start getting very interesting, but it's gonna be a while until we get there. Now you can see here that the dark space fog hive threat will actually be increasing. That's not a major concern right now, at least. What I need to do, on the other hand, is, well, this is one hive that we want to grow. The others, I do not want to have near me. So let me make sure that this spacing actually works, because I do not remember. Yes, this spacing actually works. I'll do them in a compressed mode. Okay, so they should be supplied now. Let's go ahead and get missiles. We do have missiles, yes we do. And I will place 8, 9. Sure, let's go with this. I will get 20 of these out. These are out of the range of the DarkFog base. You can see that the threat is actually increasing by quite a lot. I do want all of these to have at least one battlefield tower in range, in case anything happens. They can get repaired, or worst comes to worst, replaced. Okay, that's power on one side. How many do I have? I have 9. I didn't put 10. This is the beauty of building things symmetrically. When something is not right, it is quite obvious. And let's go ahead and also place down a couple of signal towers on the edge. The edge here makes sure that our whole base is well defended. I do not want rockets to be shooting over this way. Cool. I think that these are fully stacked. There is not much power left. Oh, that is a bit debatable, as we only came in with 100 or 200. So I think I'll drag a power pole. We have to take care of 6 bases in total. There's 7 on the planet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So for now, I'll just go over this way. And I'll connect everything with power poles. And to be honest, one of the reasons why I left this planet untouched was that, like, I knew from the very beginning that playing with DarkFog on low difficulty will not be much of a challenge. I was actually hoping that leaving a planet where we're consuming lots of energy would actually make this a bit more of an interesting fight. Well, given the fact that we're having this discussion now, it's quite obvious that that is not the case. I will put a tower over there. And I will leave this connected. Now, as you can see, these are just being hammered down. My shield is barely getting any damage. So, all in all, quite disappointing of a challenge. I think that, like, even the default setting biters in Factorio pose a bit of a challenge, at least. But, well, it is an interesting experience. I did purposefully not want to have crazy settings for this playthrough because, as you've seen, I'm still getting used to some of the new game mechanics, to some of the new things that were introduced. And while doing that, I didn't want to get myself into a place where I just die and cannot progress with the game. I did gain way more confidence during this playthrough about doing a more interesting challenge in the next one, tackling more difficult DarkFog hives, DarkFog settings. There are still quite a few interesting things, like we haven't done any space battles yet. Those look quite interesting, I'll have to admit. How many do we have left? We have 2 left that we actually want to kill. One is that one over there, so I might just drag a power line like that and then... Okay, I will start from here. Now, one of the risky things right now is that I am using analysis tower coverage just on the thermal plants. There is the possibility of us getting attacked some on the power line connections. So I might be looking at building in some redundancy when it comes to power line connection, to make sure that my main node is connected in at least 2... no, not that one. make it over here. I have 2 round connections to my main node because this should never run out of power, and I do want to decommission these. They're barely producing any power right now. So I will drag power connection over here. There's still going to be critical points where we can be attacked, but I want to reduce that risk as much as possible. So I will be heading over this way, and then I will connect this back to my main base, well, to my outpost. I don't think that can be called the main base. It is nice to see those missile barrages just coming in and obliterating everything, but yeah, it's nothing when you compare it to what a full scale max setting that DarkFog would look like. And I want to head over this way. Now, I did mention that I did one strategical mistake in this playthrough, and that was, well, that was partially, no, I don't need this one, that's connected, because I really thought that the level here will grow much faster, substantially faster when you farm a base. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And what did I want to do? I wanted to deactivate my weapons. Yes. With weapons deactivated, I think I can come closer to this because aggressiveness is normal, so I don't think the towers are gonna shoot me unless I shoot at them first. Now, this base is trying to evolve, hopefully away from me. Hopefully build more units, and well, building more units also means building more, generating more threat, giving more threat, more units for us to destroy, and in turn getting experience faster. But I think that this will be quite a long process, unfortunately. And let me clear this up. I really hope I'm able to actually destroy them. So, yep, I don't think they were picked up. What we see here is actually the reason why we are farming these bases. Like, they're great for resources, but in this level of threat, we're not really at any in any threat of not having resources. But there are a few things that we can only get from the DarkFog, and this wasn't here before. This just appeared when they started dropping this item, and these are energy shard drops. Now, without spoiling too much for those of you that do not know yet, there will be a few other resources like this that are going to be revealed as we progress through this tree, and those will actually unlock some very cool things. But that's all going to be in due time. My planning problem was that I was hoping to get access to those things at a much greater pace than we currently are. And I did want to get laser turrets and get my research in a more stable state. I don't know exactly how the dark space threat is going to evolve. This is constantly increasing. I can push these things back a bit further so that this doesn't increase, but that's gonna make the base level XP progress even slower than this. And for that, I did want to get into a point where when this eventually will start attacking, we can deal with it. That's why we have the cannons. That's why we have the ammo for to protect ourselves against the space threat. And that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some actual DarkFog content for a change. I will try to get out a few more military-oriented episodes in the upcoming future. Keep a close eye on how this is progressing. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you here next time.